How's it going, everyone? Session here. Welcome to a reaction video. I wanted to check out Lethal Company mods because I've really been a fan of watching a lot of these recently. And honestly, there's so many mods to choose from, so it's kind of hard to keep track of all of them. But shout out to the Viperian. They're always really good at giving us the 411 in terms of information that is Lethal Company mods. And so we check out a video by them. So be sure to check out their channel as well. They're awesome. And I love watching their stuff. And so I just wanted to check out some of these mods that I can potentially put into my own gameplay experiences. So take care and enjoy.
Some mind-blowing mods in the company
What the
that did
what? Did you see what
not
that
disappoint,
was?
such as
I already don't
multiple
like that.
carriers, a chance for you to
Ooh.
steal some golden eggs, and
Wait,
even
what?
a variation of the bracken that helps you instead. Yeah, let's talk about it. So
Wait.
the first mod on the list is a pretty big one,
What?
which is called the Biodiversity mod. It is a pretty glorious mod that aims to expand the flora and fauna of the game by adding multiple variants of pre-existing entities that are currently in the game together with some new original stuff as well.
Did he say a bracken that helps you? Nuh-uh. You're not gonna turn one of the S tier scariest monsters in the entire game into something that's gonna help me. It's never helped me before. So I don't know if I trust that.
The goal of this mod is to provide unique gameplay interactions and spice up the existing gameplay loop, either by making the game more interesting or helping the players in many ways possible. Currently, it has 2 new enemy variants, 1 new sub-entity, 2 new critter variants, and 1 new scrap items with 7 variation of textures. More will be coming in the future as well. But first, let's start off by quickly showcasing the entities first. The first one is called the Alloy, which is surprisingly a pretty cool.
If it did that to me in game and I saw that for the first time in my situation, I would actually turn the game off. That did you see how it kind of like hand lift? That's a jump scare. You're telling me that the thing is helpful? Wait, let me.
Variant of the bracken. They naturally spawn
Scariest
indoors
monster in
and
the
target
game.
players based on their remaining HP, which means the lower it is, the more interested this entity will be in them. Once a player is caught by an alloy, they will be taken away, but unlike the bracken, it is for a different reason. Now, if you're wondering about this,
There's no way, dude. It still has the beady white eyes, and it literally takes me and it drags me away from my friends. I don't even like the idea that it can do that. And look at the eyes. Look at the eyes. I don't trust it.
Because you are being dragged away while you're on your back. Now here's the crazy part. Instead of killing the player, they will be taken to and held captive at her favorite spot, where the alloy will slowly nurse them back to health. Don't ask me why its head is shaking during this process, it's just the way it is. Now if you...
What? Okay, but like, why can't it just do that when it's... You know what? Alright. I want to trust it, but I don't trust it.
refuse to be held captive by her generosity, you can then try to free yourself by mashing the spacebar key. However, it won't be that easy, as she'll try to catch you anyway and keep you captive once more. From our testing so far, it doesn't seem that the alloy will kill you even after staying in the grasp for too long, so take it as an enemy type that disrupts your gameplay, especially at inconvenient times. A pretty...
Wait, so it's objectively annoying but also gives you life?
variant of the bracken, so better watch your backs if you don't want to get caught off guard. Now the other entity is called the Ogopogo, which is the other variant of the Earth Leviathan.
What?
Unlike the alloy, it is actually a hostile enemy which spawns in the water instead, with similar behavior.
Why is it a giant, like a... it's like a... It has like a pelican face, but it's like a snake, but like it's bigger than a Leviathan. That thing looks like it can eat a Leviathan for like an appetizer.
To the Earth Leviathans. They mainly spawn at the bottom of Vow, March, and Adamant's bodies of water and never roam outside of it, sort of like a glorified sea hydra. Anyone that is spotted by the Ogopogo near these waters will be dragged underwater.
That thing is
huge! The vermin will slowly eat them away. Now at the time of this recording, the vermin is currently not working, but you can expect to still lose your life by the Ogopogo simply by drowning.
Absolutely not.
To counter them is to run away as soon as you hear their warning signal.
I'm telling you.
Stun it with a stun device while it is snatching you.
Okay, everybody already knows though that that's like probably one of the worst items in the game, right? Like, that thing never works. Not for me, at least. So if you think I'm going to use it against a 50-foot pelican thing, I'm cool.
You away. This is how the warning signal sounds, and its magnificence.
Oh, it has warning sounds? No. No. Absolutely not. I'm good. I'm good. Why is it so... It can eat... I'm under the impression it can genuinely, without thought or care in the world, eat the entire ship for free. What?
Overall, great to see a cool addition to the aquatic side of entities. Now aside from the 2 new entities, there are the aforementioned 3 new creature variants as well. There is the Prototex, which is the 4-legged fungi creature that is said to be related to the spore lizards. Just like them, they are somewhat passive but will release spore clouds when damaged. They are toxic though, so beware. And then you have
okay.
the leaf boys, which are small leaf-like
Leaf
creatures
boys?
that likes to roam around and
Wait,
have
that's
fun.
kind of
However, during
cute.
the nighttime, they
But okay, you know what? It was cute until I saw that it had white eyes. And why does this remind me of like a baby bracken? Do you understand that if there was such a thing in this game, literally a baby bracken, do you know? Honestly, even if you took a bracken and made it small and shrunk it, I would still be not okay. It's kind of cute, but like it still scares
might
me.
attract unwanted attention through their adorable little screams.
That dog scared the heck. That dog scared the freak out of me, man. I'm so mad at myself right now. Okay, wait, but like, the sound was cute. The sound is cute, but that
Then
dog
you
is
finally have the
terrifying.
vermin, which again is not currently working but will be fixed as soon as possible. Think of them as the spawn of Ogopogo, which comes out during the flooding weather or when the player is dragged into the waters by the Ogopogo. Now to top it off, this mod also provides 7 new scrap items, which are all the same
Ooh.
but different variations.
I like when they
are
always have
simply
like
made to commemorate the members of the biodiversity team, which I find is a pretty cool and nice gesture that they did. This
that's pretty
literally weighs
cool.
nothing and you can sell them between 0 to 100 credits if
Cool.
found. So despite the vermin not working, I find that this mod to be surprisingly well done, and with a roadmap with bigger plans coming in the future, as mentioned
Ooh.
by the dev team, this is
Fire.
a no-brainer mod to support and try out. Obviously, this mod
Absolutely.
requires everyone in the server to install it.
I
for
don't
it
mess
to
with
work.
that thing
Now, maybe
though.
you're craving for new interiors. Well, this is the Unreal Interiors mod, which is a huge download that consists of 4 highly detailed interiors for Little Company. All 4 interiors in this mod is based on the
This
classic
looks like
first-person
a...
shooter
I
game
was
Unreal.
just about to say
Interiors are
Unreal
based around
Tournament,
locations
but I
and
also had like
rooms
a
from
Doom
levels
vibe
and
for like a
have been
minute.
tweaked and adapted to fit the gameplay of Lethal Company. The mod aims to
Wow.
invoke the atmosphere and appearance from the Unreal game. The 4
That's
interiors
so
are as
cool,
follows.
actually.
First off, we have the Regiga Mines. This interior provides a network of lava-filled caves filled with metal corridors and alien machinery. Very creepy vibe,
Wow.
especially with dark halls and its abandoned machinery aesthetic to it. Then we have the Chisra Temple,
Oh,
which resembles
man.
an Aztec-like temple with light filters from the ceilings and your path lit by torches. You don't have to worry about finding the
Cool.
breaker box as long as you watch your step and don't fall into the waters. We then have the Scorch Outpost, which is taken
Let me just say, like, a lot of PlayStation 1 or PlayStation 2 video games that have like that shooter-esque vibe to it, you can honestly turn into a Lethal Company map, and it has the incredible capability of being like so well implemented. More so PS1 than PS2, but it's still a possibility nonetheless. So
from the endgame levels in
that's
the
really cool,
original
actually.
Unreal
I like that a
campaign.
lot.
This is a confined space of an outpost filled with
Like,
alien
imagine like a
design
Doom
and even laser
map.
door cells lurking within.
Or like a
Probably one of
Bioshock
the
map.
coolest one compared to the rest of the interiors. And of course, we also have the Nali Haven interior.
Or
A
like give me
very
like some
detailed
Quake in
multi-level
there,
interior with
you know?
abandoned homes, bars, and places that were once
Unreal
lived
Tournament
by
though
the
is like a
Nali.
prime
Really
example as
impressed by
well.
the texture
Oh, that's
work
really
of
cool.
this entire mod overall, and you get all 4 in this one download. Yeah, for those who are looking for more interior mods, you cannot go
That's
wrong with
actually
this
so
super high
cool.
quality Unreal Interiors mod. This mod requires everyone in your lobby to install it for it to work.
I love that
Now,
he
maybe
always
you're
reminds
looking
you
for a
who
new
needs to
entity
what
that
download what.
requires
That's so
high
cool,
IQ
actually.
plays to succeed. Well, this is the Fonk Goose mod in Lethal Company. I hope I've read the name
What?
right, but anyway, it is a new enemy which comes with a unique scrap item, which is the golden egg. Now, starting with how the goose works. It starts off pretty passive, whereby it roams around its golden egg upon you encountering its nest. It will totally ignore you unless you either try to steal the egg or hit the goose with a weapon. Now,
Oh.
one thing to note is that while the goose is alive, the egg will hatch and spawn another smaller goose, which also spawns more eggs, and the cycle repeats. However, the limit to these goose spawns are set to 3 to not overwhelm the players. Now, the main fun of this mod is how you're gonna get this golden egg back to the ship because of its high resale value. Holding the egg will trigger the goose to go wild and chase the player down, and yes, even outside the facility. You will
Oh,
notice when sharp
what?
appear on the goose's beak. Its speed is
What? Nah, man. See, this is where it gets kind of scary because that looks horrendous. But what makes it even worse is that it can go outside. I was like, oh yeah, like just go outside and then bring the egg in, like it's okay, right? No, because you understand that there's some maps where you find that and then you gotta travel like distances in order to. That means that it can like get on the ship, and if you tell me that it one shots me, ooh, we're in trouble actually.
is almost as fast as the call hit, but it can hardly slow itself down, so it is prone to hitting a wall or an obstacle.
No,
And it will
I
get
don't
stunned
like
for a
that.
short amount of time. It will even make a
I don't
door
like that.
explode if it rammed into it at high speeds. The goose is able to one shot if it touches you while you're holding the egg, or 2 shots if you are not. Dropping the
Oh
egg halfway is a great way
man,
to save yourself, but it will prompt the goose to drag its egg back to its
no
nest, where you have
man.
to
I
restart the whole
told you it
process
can
all
one
over
shot.
again. You can try to kill it as it is doable, but it's way more difficult than you think. So overall, this mod gives you a high
No.
risk, high reward gameplay
See,
loop together
that's
as
where
a
you
hero
lost
with
me.
teammates.
It
What
can
kind of
go
strategy
outside
do you
and it
enforce
can
when trying to get
insta-kill.
the egg back into the
I don't
ship?
like that.
Well, the choice is totally up to you. This mod requires everyone in the
Absolutely
lobby to
not.
install it for it to work.
I would never mess with it if I knew that that's what it was. And the fact that now that it is what that is, I'll download it, but that doesn't mean that I'm ever going to want to take the egg. But I rest assure you, I know somebody, you know who you are, who's going to want to take it every single time.
Now maybe you're looking for something of a much more simpler nature in terms of new monsters. Well, look no further than the telepathic object mod. It features
What
a
the
pretty new dangerous creature that lurks within, which is a humanoid creature.
These monsters are getting out of hand, and the problem is that there's so many of them, and that, like, all right, just
Creature who is dressed in a black cloak with a hoodie, sort of like a witch per se. Its name is Bureau, which
No.
originates from the Stalker Call of the Pripyat game. It currently has 2 abilities that it uses. The first one is the ability to push the player away with a small shockwave, and the second one is to knock items away from their inventory. While simple as it sounds, it could prove to be a challenge to face if you are caught by it unexpectedly. Sound design wise, it's pretty good, as you can hear the scream in agony when it chases you
oh
around.
my gosh. What? You better confirm that it doesn't go outside. I really hope that you confirm that it's an indoor only entity, because if it's not, we're going to be in trouble.
Now it is also killable as showcased right here, so for those who fear that it's gonna be another one of those OP monsters, this mod might just be for you. As mentioned, it is not too over the top, and some people may even call it boring, but there are definitely those who want a more simpler modded monster to add into the game without taking
Oh, no, there could be more than one? All right, man.
away from the original vibe of Lethal Company. Now FYI, the creator did mention that not all of its mutant abilities are ready yet for the sake of balancing, but it may come in the near future, so do stay tuned on it for its development. Overall, a pretty good mod for those who prefer a more simplistic tone. It requires everyone in the lobby to install it for it to work.
I gotta put credibility where, okay, I don't know what that one is, but I'm looking at that one next, so like GG scenario. But I appreciate Viperian so much, man. He's goated. So I, just thank you for sharing that with us. And honestly, I'm gonna tell you right now, that goose thing, where's that picture at? This right here is core don't mess with it gameplay, okay? This right here is an absolute no for me personally. I'm just letting you know that's exactly what that is. So there you have it. Thank you for watching. Shout out again to Viperian. for the video. The link will be in the description for the original video if you want to check it out yourself. And thank you always for tuning in. So take care of yourselves and take care of each other. See ya.